get this down to the 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
First down, White Knights.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go with Lindsey up the middle. Fights him off. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Lindsey. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
And still yet to find the end zone. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
On first down, Locke. He completes it to Wilson. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Locke running right on the option. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
2nd and 10. A give running right, Gibson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Aviators are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Patterson now for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 20. And an Oakland first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first.
First down, Black Knights.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Lindsey here. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
York able to send this one through.
And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Locke.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To throw it is Locke.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Aviators will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
And pass complete to Moore.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Black Knights.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
A 35-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The throw complete to Dorsett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Lindsey.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Phillip Lindsey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Sheds off the tackle. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From midfield, here's Locke. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Block now to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And that one results in 35 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Locke.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's Locke to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 38 now, here's second down at 7.
At the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but Hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. That feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Once more, Gibson. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Short throw underneath to Hurst. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Locke off of play action.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. They will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A quick pass out to Juju. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one behind his receiver and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Lindsey on the toss left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive.
He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that, and guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
88 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. They'll run with Gibson.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
The Albuquerque offense out to take over now.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time,
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They look to throw. It's Locke.
That's going to be taken in by Downs.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Locke.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
This 2nd and 4.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Locke.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Locke going to throw. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown!
Garrett Wilson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Aviators extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That pass complete to Moore.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll drop to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Alex Highsmith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
To throw it is Locke. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
Here's Locke. And that's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
13 yards. First down, White Knights.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is caught. Touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 41 yards. And the Black Knights get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. But the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's brought down at the 31.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. On the counter, Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. That is caught, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Albuquerque, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Gibson. Runs through the contact.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And an Oakland 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cox. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
48 yards.
And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. but the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cox. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 16 yards.
Back to throw again.
First down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Philip Lindsay
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Black Knights have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
148 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 11, just over a minute 40 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
He's got Smith-Schuster. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Lindsey on the receiving end. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Albuquerque, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.